Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today's topic is diffusion, osmosis and active transport. What is diffusion? This is the net movement of ions or molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration down a concentration gradient. In liquid and gases, molecules possess kinetic energy and constantly move about. As this movement is random, an equilibrium is reached when the molecules are evenly spread out, where there is no more net change. This is called the dynamic equilibrium. The steeper the gradient for a substance, the faster the rate of diffusion. No energy input is required for diffusion because the particles already are in motion. It is also known as the passive transport. In this diagram, you can see that uh, inside the water molecules, on one side 20 potassium iodide ions are present, and on the other side of permeable membrane 20 copper sulfate ions are present. Permeable membrane will allow the substances to move, and you can see the substances are going to move along their concentration gradient, and then these molecules are evenly distributed. Finally, that is called the dynamic equilibrium. Factors affecting the diffusion: number one is the concentration gradient. Steeper the concentration gradient, more diffusion. Number two is temperature, more diffusion. Number three is pressure, more diffusion. Size of particles, particle size is, if the particle size is small, there will be more diffusion. Surface area is also related. Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from a solution of higher water potential to a solution of low water potential through a partially permeable membrane. Water potential is a measure of the tendency of water to move from one place to another, and a water potential gradient is established when a partially permeable membrane separates two solutions of different water potentials. And a dilute solution contains more water molecules per unit volume than a concentrated solution. So it has a higher water potential than a concentrated solution. Here the word partially permeable membrane is used. It is such kind of membrane which will allow some substances to pass through it and will not allow the others. This is the diagram which is showing the process of osmosis. This is a U-shaped tube and the two limbs are named as A and B, and the 5% sucrose solution is separated from the A via a partially permeable membrane, and the movement of molecules, the water molecules, they diffuse from B to A, and there is a drop in level B. Now, what is hypotonic, isotonic, and hypertonic solution? This is for animal cells. Hypertonic solution has lower water potential. Isotonic has equal water potential, and hypotonic has higher water potential. In hypertonic solution, the animal cells in the diagram, the red blood cells are given. If we place the animal cells or the red blood cells in the lower water potential solution, the water will move out of the cell along the concentration gradient, and the cell will become shrink. In the isotonic solution, there will be no change. And in the hypotonic solution, the water will enter the cell, and if that is animal cell, the cell will burst. Plant cell in high water potential solution. As water enters the cell, the vacuole size increases and pushes the cell contents against the cellulose cell wall, and the cell wall prevents overexpansion of the cell by exerting an opening pressure, preventing the entry of more water. A plant in this state becomes turgid, and the pressure is called the Turgor pressure. The plant cell does not burst because the cell wall is strong and relatively inelastic. Animal cell in high water potential solution. Animal cell will swell and may burst in hypotonic solution because it does not have a cell wall. You can see in the diagram. Plant cell in low water potential solution. The water potential of the cell sap is higher than that of the solution outside the cell. Osmosis takes place and water moves out of the cell. As water is lost from the cell, the vacuole decreases in size and the cytoplasm shrinks away from the cellulose cell wall. This shrinkage of the cytoplasm from the away from the cell wall when plant cells are immersed in a solution of low water potential is known as plasmolysis. The cells are said to be plasmolysed. The cells can be restored by placing them in water or solution of high water potential. You can see in the diagram, the plant cell in low water potential behaves like this, that the cytoplasm shrinks away from the cell wall and the cell loses the water and vacuole decreases in size and the cell is called plasmolysed. Animal cell in low water potential solution, animal cells in hypotonic solution, it will lose water and the cell membrane will form spikes as the water is lost and the cell shrinks. This process is called crenation and the cell dies eventually. The other is very important factor in maintaining the shape of the soft tissues in the plants, and the young stems and most leaves, especially those of the herbaceous or non-woody plants, can remain firm and erect because of the turgor pressure within their cells. When there is a high rate of evaporation of water from the cell, they lose their turgidity and the plant wilts. The movement of certain plants are due to the changes in turgor, for example, the opening and closing of the stomata and the folding of the leaflets of the mimosa plant. What is active transport? It is the process in which the energy is used to move the particles of a substance against a concentration gradient from a region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration. It occurs in living cells only because only living cells respire. You can see in the diagram that the cells from lower concentration are moving towards the higher concentration. The energy used in cell is called the ATP, that is the adenosine triphosphate. Active transport requires protein transporters and ATP. Active transport occurs in the absorption of mineral salts by root hair cells in case of the plants, absorption of glucose and amino acids by cells in the small intestine in case of the animals, and the sodium potassium pump. Example of active transport: absorption of mineral salts by root hair cells, and the soil solution has a very higher water potential than the root hair cell in order for water to move into the hair cell by osmosis. This means that the soil solution has a lower concentration of ions than the root hair cell. Therefore, active transport is used to transport the ions into the hair cell. Specific transporter proteins and energy expanded.